At least we know this. This is our the orbital plane of our solar system plane, with the sun and Earth. Now, what's interesting about this is this also shows how the interface works between the universal gate system and the galactic gate system. Our solar system is a little different right now than it originally was. Our solar system and all solar systems originally would normally have 12 planets. They would have 12 orbitals around the 13th point. But there's a lot of things that happen with the evolution of solar systems, so that can change. And if you look at the things that the Hubble spacecraft is bringing back, the pictures they're bringing back, there's all sorts of weird arrangements out there now because there's a lot of distortion in the templates in this universal time matrix. Now we have our sun, which is where universal gate 4 is, but here we have Mercury. That's galactic Stargate 1. Okay, Venus is galactic Stargate 2. Earth, here we go again, is galactic Stargate 3. So it's galactic and universal Stargate 3. And, it holds a very important point. It's a crossover point. So basically you can, if you mess with this one, you can, if you mess with the template for Stargate 3, universal and galactic, you can mess with this grid and you can mess with this grid and all of the planetary systems built upon them. That's why, again, Earth is center stage in this drama and has been for a long time. Now, if we go, okay, 3, 4, on the, this 4 over here is the galactic gate. That's Mars, all right? 5 isn't there anymore. It was there a while ago until seeding 2 ended with the 1,000 Years' War and they blew it up. It was a planet that was called Maldak, and it was inhabited by a race of reptilians for quite a long time. Then the Anunnaki took it over, and then our guys had a base on it for a while, and then it all ended up in a cosmic war in second seeding, which was like, when did the second seeding start? 3 million years ago? I forget. I have to look at my history charts. But anyway, they blew it up. That's where we get the asteroid belt from. What's left of Maldak, which was Universal Stargate 5 planet, is now the asteroid belt. However, there's still a partially functioning gate hole there, even though the planetary body around it isn't there anymore. And it's actually carried in pieces within the asteroids themselves. If you put them all back together again, you can begin to awkwardly reassemble the template for what was Planet 5. Planet 6 is Jupiter. Stargate 6 is Jupiter. 7 is Saturn. 8 is Uranus. 9 is Neptune. 10 is Pluto. 11 was Chiron. There was a planet that was called Chiron that was actually partially destroyed and partially hijacked. What we have right now is a piece of it's floating around down and through here between Saturn and Jupiter, I think. Yeah, if you look, I have a hard time at this angle seeing which lines they're between. But there's a piece of what used to be this planet there that science has identified, and there's another piece of it that's been hijacked along with what used to be the 12th planet, which was Nibiru. Now, Nibiru is nowhere to be seen at this point, except every 3,658.7 years, I believe, it comes back in. Now, as we get into the phantom stuff, we talk about the black hole things in the shadow body part of the course, there are some graphs, I think I have them in there, that show where Nibiru went. They show the orbital that it's on. It used to be in this orbital plane, and now it actually dips into the black hole and then comes back up into our system at a really awkward angle, and it cycles through this way from the black hole and back out, and from the black hole and back out again. It's been like a patrol station, but it's also it's part of the mechanism of the beast that we've talked about. It's part of the mechanism. These people move planets to where they want them so they can generate massive amounts of magnetic force and those kind of things. I mean, think about the intelligence, the level of science they're dealing with. And it's a corrupt science that's built on true science, on genuine Templar science. So right now we have our galactic stargates and we have our universal stargates. Up here we have the inner Earth stargates. These guys running over here would be our primal light field gates. And these over here would be the parallel gates. Right? And this here that you're seeing the little dotted line, that's just showing where the next level would be, the Akasha level. So this is how this plugs in to what we already know is there, out there, scientifically, from what our astronomers and our scientists are telling us. And I found it was very helpful to understand where all these pieces fit. So, okay, when you look out there and when you send a spaceship out there, what does out there have to do with all this stuff? Right? This is what it has to do with it, literally.